Audio, audio, uh, transition to talking. And hello. How are you, Mama?
Okay. Feet hurt, but other than that.
Oh, that's not fun. Doing a lot of walking at your job?
Yep. Yep.
Sore feet is not fun.
Nope.
Kind of can't escape that. We did Sudoku yesterday, and there hasn't been a lot of changes, or stuff that we did, or I did rather. Except I did stream some Rocket League and some Horizon Zero Dawn. I was streaming for like 5 hours last night. That was pretty fun. I was really enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn, so I will probably play more of that tonight. Maybe after a little bit of Rocket League, but probably less Rocket League than I did last night, because I really enjoyed Horizon Zero Dawn and I want to play more of that. But other than that, I think I'm ready for Sudoku if you're ready for Sudoku.
Except this first one's not Sudoku.
That's true. So let's go ahead and transition over to that, and we can start recording. And we are going to do a puzzle that is similar to Sudoku, except this one is Volumino, maybe? I'm not sure the exact name of this style of puzzle, but the rules for the puzzle. This puzzle is Top Heavy 21 Dice by John Bolton. Divide the grid into regions of orthogonally connected cells, such that no two regions of the same size share an edge. Each cell should contain a number equal to the size of its region, i.e., the number of cells in its region. So what we're doing is we're going to find stuff like this 5 here, and we're going to fill in a number of digits. And so this region here is equal to the value of the number inside of the region. And then 6 would look something like this, be all 6s, and we might fill them in with colors to make it easier to understand where the regions are, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that is our goal. Anything else before we get started?
Well, the one is the one.
True. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hit restart so our timer in the top right resets. I think I have it so that the viewers can't see the timer, so that doesn't really matter, but we know that this one is a 1, as Mama said, so let us say that that one is done.
And the 5 in the upper left corner has to come out.
Same as the 6 in the bottom left corner, and the top right corner.
Top right.
One, two, three, 4, 5. So these two 5s are different from this 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is different from that one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5s are all different. 5. This one is different as well. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is again different. 5. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, all of the 5s are different.
Excuse me.
6s, I think, are different too, from what I'm counting. But
So, what do we do with that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Color did I not use? Red, yellow, blue, green, purple, orange. I guess I'll make that one right, black. Okay. I probably could have done better to keep the 6s and such away from the colors that I painted the 5, but oh well.
yeah, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 100 cells, because 10 times 10 is 100. And there were 8 5s and 6s, which is going to combine for a total of 88.
88.
And then we have 2 2s, which is now 92. A 3 for 95, a 4 for 94, and a 1 for...
Well, 4 makes 99.
Yeah, and 1 for 100. Yeah, I got confused on the numbering somehow. So, there are no hidden regions. Or... There's no regions that we need to manufacture.
Right.
So... I mean, normally with these types of puzzles, I would try to find like a space where like one of the regions after it expands would need to like interact with another one.
The 5 in the upper right, it cannot come down 2. Because if it comes down 2, then that 6 has to go around it.
Uh-huh. Wait, it could go this way.
Although it could go down. Yeah.
We have to prevent the... We have to prevent the 6s from running into each other and the 5s from running into each other, because you can't have regions that are the same value that touch.
Right.
At least not orthogonally. They can't share an edge. They can share a corner, though.
Yeah.
I guess, like, I keep trying to think about this top corner, because that feels like there's a lot of stuff going on up here. And so, like, this 5, if it took this cell, the 4 would have to take these 3. In fact, whether or not this 5 took this cell, because the 4 would have to take these 3 in that instance, that means the red 5 takes this digit.
Right.
Okay, and this 4 has to go here regardless, because it can't just take these because of the fact that the 5 just had to take this area. Because it had to take one of these two. Now the 5 could be content to just be this region. It can't go down. So the 5 can go at most to this cell. We know the 5 doesn't go down here. But it could take up this digit. I guess the yellow 5 can't
And
go
the
up
blue
now.
6, the blue 6 is going to have to go between the 5s.
Because nothing else can reach.
Right. And it can't be another 6, so...
Okay. What can this digit be? It can't be a 2, it can't be a 4, it can't be a 3, it can't be 2 or 1, so it has to be 5 or 6. Oh, it could be a yellow 5.
It's either blue 6 or yellow 5.
Yeah. I was trying to formulate an argument that it had to be the blue 6, but that was ignoring the possibility that it could be a yellow 5. Yeah, the 4s have to take up this region. Or that's the farthest distance that it can expand out to.
Right.
Because it has to take at least one of those two. And if it doesn't
Right.
take both of
And
those, it has to take one of those.
it cannot take the one the two that are below the 2 4s. It can't take both of those.
Right.
Because there's not enough, otherwise there's not enough room for the red 5.
Did it take these two?
Yeah, it could take both of those, as far as I can tell.
The yellow
But it
6
just
would have to expand this way. But I don't know if we have enough information to say those are both 4. This goes 3 that way. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that can say otherwise. It clearly can't go down 3. I don't see a reason why it would have to be stopped because the green could go around that way. 5 would be able to escape this way. Because the puzzle's so open, it's really hard to see like where things can get caught up in corners.
right.
Or even like what could create a corner. I mean, obviously, like this 3 can't go like that, but
Right. There's no reason that it can't go other places, though.
yeah,
Because it doesn't have to take either one of those.
right. You could take both of these, or it could just simply expand off in these random directions.
Alright, well, let's look at that green 6.
Okay.
Let's look at where it can possibly go. It can't touch the orange 6.
Right.
But it can go in the space, yeah, up there. Now, if it takes the space under the 5 and the space under the well, let's just say it takes the space under the 5.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 doesn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, would have to come down. But it can't come down by the 3 unless the green. Okay, it can't. The 6 can't take the green under the 5 and under the 3. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's stuck. So at most, it can take one of those. But I don't think there's anything preventing. Let's see, if it takes the green next to the gray 5. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it.
What about the yellow 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Except it can't touch the orange 6.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Make this gray instead of yellow. I don't know, that one could go too far. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't go down at all into either of those two. But that's not limited enough. Three, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Okay, well, red is fairly limited down here. I don't know if it's limited enough.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yellow can expand all the way out to there. Is there more stuff we can do in this top left corner? I guess, what about this blue 5? Which I guess I should really... do better with my coloring scheme, but whatever. Where can the blue 5 go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. And we have to go left. I think that's where all it can go to. But that's too expansive. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So neither of those two. They can't go to either of those two because that's a different 6. It really feels like the puzzle's too open to be able to make progress. Like, we got a few digits up here, but where are we supposed to look? Because, like, this 6 could go just out to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could just take up that space. Like, are we supposed to... Because usually puzzles like these, you look at like spaces like this, and you see that the 4 is fairly limited in where it can go, and then that gives you more progress. And so it has to be one of these two at least. But knowing that, like if the 5 did this, then the 4 does that.
Right.
But if the 5 does this, then the 4 is not forced in any way. And there's no reason the 4 can't go like this or like that. At least not when it comes to the red 5.
Right.
The 2's region of influence is obviously a plus sign. 4's look like this, and the 3 I think looks like that. Everywhere else can only be 5 or 6. And so this is red or purple. This is purple or yellow. Okay, I guess are there any places a 5 just cannot reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, we know which 5 could reach here. Because I think the only one that could reach here is the green 5. But if it did, it would break. So that's a red 6. And then same here. The only 5 that can then reach here is the green one. And it can't be. So that's a red 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purple. Is there any 5 that could reach here? No, so that's a red 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that now prevents yellow and red from expanding this way. So now this can't be a 6, and now it's 5. But the only 5 that could reach there was purple.
So that has to just come straight down. It can't branch off at all. And the green
And that
6
region's
or green
actually
5.
done.
Yeah, and the green 5 can't be 5, so it's
So it
red
has
6.
to be a red 6. And that finishes the red 6. But now none of these can be 6. So these have to be green 5s then.
Yeah.
And okay, so now green's region of influence looks like this. Okay, what about gray?
All right, well, I'm going to, the purple 5.
Yeah.
Orthogonally, all around that purple 5, the 5s have to disappear.
I guess I should leave that. Which means they're all 6s. And these
right, and that
are
black 5
ones.
disappears too. Above the yellow 6.
Right. So that turned those all into yellow 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It cannot go up.
Right, so that's not a 6.
And you can't get a 5 in there. So that's a 2.
Nope. And yellow 6s can expand to those. Okay. Okay, this can't be a 5. Okay, gray 5. Where can gray 5 go? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. So that one. Grab those. Those 3. And that one. And I think that's gray 5. I'm actually going to take these yellows away. Well, no, because the yellow 5's up there. Okay, yellow 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nope.
Well, not necessarily, because we don't know if that one's 5 yet.
Oh,
so
right.
They can take these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's yellow. Yellow's sphere of influence. Okay, orange. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 4, 5. No, I can't touch blue. Okay, this is orange. That orange.
And the 2s can disappear from around the 2.
Right. Now,
there's one below it also.
This can be a red 6, and then now this one's orange. Okay, so the orange 5 cannot take this square. If it did, the only way that would work is if it took this path. So that can't be an orange 6. This one cannot be an orange 5, orange 5, either, because then the 6 would also be cut off. Okay, and blue 5. That. Okay. So that's 5s. This can't be a 6. So there's nowhere else that a 5 cannot go. I don't think. So then we look at 6s. And I really want to see this blue 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Except it can't touch any of those. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh darn it. We can take up all of that, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's our blue 6s. Which of course runs into the blue 5s. Let me make this purple 6s? Oh, that can't be blue either. It's orange now. This one's blue. Actually, I'm just going to take the color out, because once they're done, they don't need color anymore. Okay. So, our purple 6s... Okay, so purple 6 cannot take this square, because any way that it did would do so in a way that cuts off the black 5. So that's not purple, and now it has to be a black 5. But I don't think there's a reason... Okay, well, can it take this square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, gray 5 would be broken, so that's out. But that could be a green 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's green 6's maximum expansion. Although, could green take this one? Like, even if it did it in the most expansive way, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Probably could have calculated that better. And that would be 2 6s and 2 5s. Which is 22. But I just said that was 23, right? Because 4 times 5 is 20, plus 3 is 23, so that's possible. It just wouldn't take this path, it would take this path. But then, could it take this one? Oh, yeah, because it wouldn't have to take this one from there. Because it could take that one, and that one. And then the 5 and 6s can escape out this way. Okay. Gray 5, can it take this square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, this purple 6 wouldn't be able to expand enough. So this isn't a gray 5. And I guess actually the question I really should be asking is, in this corner down here, this is 20. This is 21. And it needs to be 22?
Yes.
Which means that these 4, the 6s and 5s in this bottom right corner, can only take one more out here, can't they? Because these down here have to be yellow, purple, or gray. Yellow, purple,
Right.
gray, or black. So this is 21 that have to be from that group. And they have to be 22. So it has to be one of these. That means that purple can't escape up here. Okay. if the black 5 took this cell here, then yellow would, excuse me. One of the things we know for certain is that the black 5 has to take 2 of these 3 cells. Because it can't be the gray 5, which we actually know has to take 1 of those 2 cells. Because it can't be the purple 6, and it can't be the black 5. And since the black 5 has to take 2 of these at minimum, and gray has to take 1 of these at minimum, oh, well, we know that gray can't expand to out here. So since this can't be gray, well, I guess it could be red.
Well, it can't be the gray 5, but the gray has to expand to one of those, so that can't be a 5 at all. It has to be a 6.
Right. We just don't know what color. I guess it could be green or red. Can this be a purple 6? If it is, how does the gray 5 work?
It doesn't.
So that's not purple.
And since the gray 5 has to get down to the yellow, that one there at the top, the purple that's in the top left, or yeah, of that little shape, can't be purple.
Right. Alright, that would be fine. Okay. Well, actually, we know gray has to take 1 of these 2, and 1 of those 2.
At least one of those 2.
Yeah.
Because well, all right, that stripe of 5 6s that are yellow, gray, and black. One of them is a 6.
Yeah.
The other 4 are 5s.
Yeah. So there's 4 5s. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know that the black 5s have to take 2 of these, so they can only take 1 more of the surrounding regions. The black 5s are removed from here, and now these can't be gray 5s, because gray has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these can't be 5s anymore. They're purple 6s, which means this is not a 6.
A yellow 6. It's black 5.
And so
And
that
can't
has
have
to
5
be
next to 5.
right. So that's the yellow 6. This is our gray 5. This is also a gray 5.
Gray 5.
And these, I think, are all purple 6s. Which don't need region color anymore. This is a 5. And then to connect the gray 5s, it has to be that one.
And that's no longer a 5 or gray.
Except it could be red. Okay.
No, they can't be red.
Why not?
Well, look at the green 6 above it. How can it get out without touching one of those 6s at the bottom?
Oh, right. Because green, it has to take up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only missing 2 of these.
Right.
And it can't be those missing 2, so those are green 6s. This cannot be an orange 5, so it's a green 6.
And
1,
the
2, 3,
orange
4, 5. So it's
square
1.
between the 6s, between the red 6 and the green 6, cannot be a 6. Because it can't be green.
Okay, if this is 3 or 5, then this has to be 3 or 5. It can't be a 6. I don't think this can be 3 anymore.
Well, since one of those has to be a green 6, it can't be. You can't have an orange 5 underneath the 3. Because it can't come down the right side because the green would be in the way.
Which means that this can no longer be orange, which means it is 3. Oops. And I'm not sure why the 3 was orange. But we lose our 3s. And now this cannot be 5, because if it was, this one would have to be 5. But our green 6s are done now. And so this can't be a 6, it has to be 5, so that's orange. 5, 5. And we lose that as an ability to be orange. But now this one isn't blue, and neither of these can be blue.
Well, and since one of those two has to be an orange 5, the blue
This one,
that's in can't be a blue 5.
and it can't be an orange 5, so it's a 6. And it's gray or red. Okay, so red's region of influence starts from this given 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think, well, it's not going to be the red 6 anymore. It's going to be purple 6. Gray 6. That could be purple. 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this can be purple as well. Gray 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, can't take both of those. Can't do it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gray. And, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I take that one. Black. Orange.
All right, that little stripe that includes the 2.
Yeah.
Of that's in green. One of those has to be a 5. But only one of them can be a 5. So one of them has to be a 2 and the other has to be a 6.
You're saying of these 3 here?
Of those 3, yes. One has to be a green 5.
I think it's possible for them to have 2 6s. And so the 2 can still come up.
Okay.
It's like orange, 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4, 5, 6 can come all the way down to here. And black can take one of these.
And the 2 can go up. Yeah. Okay.
It's like orange can take this whole region, I think. Okay, so two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that can't be black. Although, if black did come across like this, then we know at least one of them is a 6, like you said earlier. But now there wouldn't be a way for it. So this cannot be a black 6.
Yeah.
If this 6 was purple, then that's an orange 5. Maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Actually, how does this work as a purple 6 up here? What were you going to say?
Well, if that is a purple, if that is a purple 6, then how do you get the gray 6 out and have room for the blue 5?
Because we'd have to go... I have to take up one more, and it would have to be this one, because it can't be that. That would have to be orange. But now, like you said, blue 6, gray 6 and blue 5 are limited in their ability to escape. They have to escape through the same cell. So this is not a purple 6. Now, could this be a purple 6? If it is, that one has to be an orange 5. So then that would be a purple 6. And again, I now have 5. I have to take up one more. It would be this one.
But there
That's
again,
an orange 5.
And the 6 the blue 5 and the gray 6 have to escape through the same cell.
So this cannot be a purple 6. And it can't be...
you got 2 grays.
A black 6.
Oh, I see.
So, if this is a gray 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would not work for blue, so it's going to have to go this way. So that should be the finish for orange. And then this is not purple.
6. Right. And that one that just under the gray 6 that just lost its ability to be purple 6, it can't be a 6 at all because the purple 6 can't escape then.
Right. Because the purple 6 has to take at least one of those. So that's a blue 5.
And now the underneath just to the left of that blue 5, underneath the 6 that was the original 6 that was in there. Up there in the gray 6s. That one directly underneath it has to be a gray 6 because it has to escape. Because whether it takes the one to the left or not.
Okay, yellow comes out of these. They can't be yellow 5s. This cannot be an orange or purple 6 anymore. And gray 6s. Gray can only take one of these 2 spaces.
Okay, the 4s. We know that the 2 4s, or the 2 spaces underneath the 4s that are red, cannot both be 4.
Right. So this is a 4.
Right.
Because if it wasn't, it would be both of those, and that blocks the 5 that you
so the gray 6 goes
earlier.
down.
And that finishes that. Blue 5s can only take up 2 more, so that's these 2 not being blue anymore. this cannot be a 6, so it's a 5.
Column 1, the third cell down, that has to be a red 5 because one of those two there's only 6 cells there that have red in it. And one of those two on the right has to be a 4.
Which that's gonna end up, because this can't be a 6. So
Right, it's going to be a 4 or a 5.
Okay. As far as colors that this 5 can be, it can be yellow or blue. So I think that's the only colors that are left for 5s.
All right, now the purple 6.
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. That could be yellow 5s. Okay, purple 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh.
Did we break it?
No! Looks like it. Because that's only 5. Okay. Purple 6 has to expand out to here. That could be purple, that could be purple. That was gray and black and orange. Okay. And then we said that this couldn't be a purple 6. Because if it was, then it would have to connect with this 6. This couldn't be... We already proved that this couldn't be a purple 6, and if this was a 6 that was purple, that would have to be an orange 5. So if these are both 6, then that's an orange 5, so that would be a purple 6. And we have to connect somehow, and I need only 2 more. And I guess it could go like this.
Yeah. It could.
Which proves...
That could be blue 5. So that would still work. Okay. I think we because it ended up with... I don't think we took into account that purple or black 6 could be part of it. Because we ended up with this gray 6 and the blue 5 having to go through the same cell.
Yeah, I think I said these two. And then these would have to escape through the same cell. But if it's these two, then that's enough space.
Yeah, if the purple if it's purple 6 to the right of blue 5, then underneath blue 5 cannot be purple 6. It would have to be blue 5.
So gray 6. Okay. If this is a gray 6, then if this 6 connects to it around this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, clearly blue 5 doesn't work. So if this is a gray 6, it has to connect going around this direction. Then that becomes an orange 5. A purple 6. And a blue 5. So 6 would have to escape here. And so it either needs to continue downwards or take up this one. If it takes this one, then both of these are 4s, which we proved earlier wasn't possible. It would leave the red 5 with too few spaces. So gray 6s would have to look like this. And then how many spaces for purple are left? That would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it can't escape that.
Right, blue 5 is stuck.
So this cannot be a gray 6. It must be a purple 6.
So underneath the blue 5 cannot be purple 6. Because if it is, then that's when the one underneath the 6 and to the left of the 5, it would have to be both gray 6 and blue 5.
Right. Now, these two can no longer be gray 6s, and so the only possibility for this is an orange 5. So orange 5s are done. This can no longer be an orange 5, so it must be a purple 6. And this has to connect somehow. If this was a blue 5, it would not be able to connect, because it would have to escape, and then it's going to have to connect to here, and there's no way to do that without cutting off the 6s. In fact, it would already be cut off. So this is not blue, it's a purple 6. And now, if we take this one, then we already proved that it can't be here for all of the 6s, because then these two would have to escape through that cell together, because they could only take up 5 spaces. And that doesn't work, of course. So it's not this one, it's these two, which are all purple, which are actually removed. There is no more purple in the grid. And now this can't be a 6, it must be a blue 5, which must escape to be here a blue 5. And now I can only take up 2 more, so that's these 2 are.
To the left of the 6 group that you just completed?
Yeah, these can't be 6s, so they're 5s, and they must be blue 5s, so then blue is done. And now anything
comes out from all around them.
Exactly. And these are all 6s. And these cannot both be 4. Or rather, this cannot be a 4, because then gray 6 would only have that space. So these are all gray 6s. And I think that's all of the gray 6s. So this cannot be gray, so it must be 4. And now 6s get removed. So some of these are 5s only, and the only 5 that's possible to be there is yellow. And yellow needs to connect, so that's a yellow 5.
And that one's done.
And anything touching that can't be a 5, so those are all 6s. This one, I can just take yellow out. And, well, this can't be a 5, because there's no other 5 for it to possibly be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be a 6, so it's a red 5. This can't be orange.
It can't be a 5.
Right. 4, 5. Yeah, I missed that. This cannot be this cannot be a black 6. And now 6 has to expand once.
But it can't
and
go
it can't.
down. It's got to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is those. This cannot be
And
a
the 2
6.
goes up.
Can't be a 5.
Or a
It's
5.
2. So this ends up being the last green 5. And we have 6s, and we are done.
That was hard.
That was, yeah. I think I should have thought about the where can 5s not reach thing sooner, because that was really where the puzzle... I mean, that was clearly the direction the puzzle was supposed to go. Once we got as far as we could in the top left corner. I don't think there was any logic we could have done otherwise, because that got us a lot of space. But even then, after that, like, it still took us, 30 minutes after we did that? Because, I mean, it was already close to 30 minutes before I'd even thought of that. But yeah, that was really hard. Really, 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 really hard. But not hard in a... I think it's only hard in like the nitpickiness of it. In how you have to do the whole, like, if this thing here, what does how many things does that follow through? And I think it does an okay job of directing you and where to think about those things, but that's still like the multiple steps of logic that I find to be really hard to follow, I think. Does that make sense, or do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no.
Okay. In that case...
And, I mean, it was... I mean, the 4 was still a 4.
Mm-hmm.
A gray 4 or 6, but... Yeah. The 6 went in a totally different direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad that mistake wasn't too difficult to find, because it was I don't know. I always, like, more often than not, I tend to, like, if I made a mistake, I just go through the whole logic of the whole puzzle, because there's no telling, like, how far back that mistake was. So, anywho, we did mark like on that one. And the next puzzle is Tricolor Shikadoku by Green Earthling. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and normal Shikaku rules apply. Divide the grid into rectangular regions. Every region contains exactly one circle, in which the digit gives its region's size. Digits and regions cannot repeat. Every region has a color matching its circle, and two regions of the same color cannot touch orthogonally. A red small circle contains the smallest digit in its region. A green large circle contains the largest digit in its region. A gray medium circle contains neither the largest nor smallest digit in its region. Okay. To make sure I understand the rules, we have to paint the grid into rectangular regions, which has a singular circle in them. And the circle tells you what color the region is, you cannot have regions that are the same color border each other. And the color of the circle tells you both the size of the region. Wait. Every region has a color matching its circle, and two regions of the same color can't touch orthogonally. Okay, but the circle tells you what color the region is, and whether or not it's the smallest, largest, or neither digit. Does that sound like the way you interpreted the rules?
Maybe. There.
From what I'm understanding is we need to say this green circle needs to be in some region that is rectangular, and if it's a green circle, it's the largest digit. So this would be an 8, and everything inside it would be a non-repeating set.
Right.
That must be smaller than 8. And if we did, say, this red, you'd have a 4 here, and everything would then need to be larger than 4, and so on. And then if you do gray region, like this could be a 4, but then you'd have to have one smaller and one larger, at least. So I think that works. I think those are the rules. And we'll figure it out as we go along if we misinterpret it, I hope.
Yeah.
So let us begin. I guess this red region has to... Well, do the regions have to fill the whole grid?
Digits in regions cannot repeat.
It says divide the grid into rectangular regions, and every region contains exactly one circle. So I think the entire grid will be red, green, or gray.
Okay, well, that red at the bottom, it's going to have to be in that circle. Will have to be a 2, 3, or 4. Because, yeah.
I guess we don't really need to do lines in this one.
It has to be rectangular.
Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 circles. We need to make 16 rectangles. Okay. Well, I guess one thing we know about... Say again?
I was going to say the two reds there on the left, which is where you're starting. So go ahead with what you got there.
Both of these have to... They can't be one, so they have to escape to their right. Because they also cannot go up, otherwise they'd run into each other. And they can't go... This one cannot go down, and this one cannot go up, because it would include another circle, and this cannot have a digit that's smaller than it. So these are at least 2. I'm not gonna paint that in. Although I guess this one is 2, 3, or 4, just like this one is.
Right.
Because it can't go up or down, same as this one cannot go up or down, so it must go sideways. But then what color can this be? Because the only circle that it could contain is that one. So
Yeah.
this is a 5, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 here, where that's not a 1. And suddenly this is minimum 5.
Well, then
Which
we
I
know
think
it extends at least 5.
I don't think it can extend more than 5.
It can't, because it has to have its smallest number is in that circle.
Right.
Well, and box 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4 in it, and 5. So.
Mm-hmm. And I guess these two have to be the same, so a 1 came out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, gray circles can never be 9.
Yeah, gray circles can never be 1s or 9s. Now, the 2 gray circles in box 5 cannot touch each other. So the one on the bottom has to either go left or down.
Yeah.
That could be red.
I guess with this one, the largest digit you can put in a red circle is 5.
Yeah.
I think green circles are unrestricted. Like, they could even be 1s.
The gray circle in box 5 that's a 6, 7, or 8, since that tells how many are in its region,
Mm-hmm.
it can't be 7.
Right, because to be 7, it would have to be a singular. It would have to be 1 by 7, and
Right.
there isn't space to do a 1 by 7.
And it's going to have to go up, because it can't go down. It would hit the other circle, the other gray circle.
It could go like the. Oh, right. It can't.
No,
it can't go down. Right, there's a wall here because of the green circle, like you said earlier.
Right. So it's either going to go.
So it has to take up all of
rows
these.
4 and 5, and it's going to be either, yeah. And the green circle at the bottom can't go up. And since it has to have its largest in its circle, it can't be a 1.
It could be a 1 if and only if it's the only
if
digit
it's
in its circle.
Right. But if we're looking at it has to fill the entire grid.
I don't think it's possible for this to be a 1 if we have to fill the entire grid.
That's what I say,
Because
because we don't know if we have to fill the entire grid or not.
Because like, what rectangle can this cell be a part of? Obviously, it can be a part of that, or it could be. Well, it can't reach the red circle up here. It can't be a 3x3 or 3 wide this way. So it'd have to be a part of this green circle, or it can't be a part of any circle.
Right.
So, okay, so those are green. And I guess the same thing happens here, right? What circle can this be a part of? It can't be a part of this red one, so it has to be a part of this gray one. And the gray circle cannot be a 2, because it's not the largest or the smallest. So this is actually 2 through 7.
And it looks like that gray one.
Or no, can't be a 2.
Either...
It can be 3 through 8. So this
It
is gonna
can't
have
be.
to.
You said it can't be 2, so it's going to have to be 4 or 6.
Oh, right, because the odds come out. And
it can't
8
make
is
8.
too big, yeah. But then, okay, what could this 1 be a part of then? Because it can't go up.
Right, it's going to have to be the gray.
So this has to be a 6. And this can't be a 7. And this one can't be a 7.
Column 1 has a 2, 3, 4 triple.
So this can't be. So this gray is going to have to go like this.
The 6 in column 1 has to be in box 1.
This cannot be a 5, because it can't go 5 up and down or left and right. So that becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me, a 1 through 4 quad. So we get 5 in one of these two. What rectangle can this 9 be a part of? It can't be a part of the green rectangle.
So it's going to have to be part of the gray.
So this becomes an 8, a 6, and the gray rectangle's requirements are complete. This one can't be a 7, because it would have to go like this, but then it would touch a gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could technically touch corners.
But it can't be 8, 6. Yes, it could if it goes down. But then the cell 5 in box 2 would be untouchable.
Right. The only rectangle it can be a part of is this green one.
So now the gray in the top right corner in box 3 cannot be an 8.
Right.
Oh, in the box 5, the bottom gray cannot be an 8.
Right. Excuse me.
It can be 3 to the left, 3, well,
What rectangle could this digit be in?
that's got to be the gray.
Because it can't be green. Seven's not allowed. It can't be wide enough.
All right, the red circle in box 6, if that's a 1, then you can't put the ones to the right of it in anything.
Right.
And the in box 5, cell 9, that's going to have to be part of the red.
Yeah. I think to fill in the grid, because
That has
what
to be 8.
what rectangle can this digit be in? It can't be in one that's just sideways. It can't be in one that's just vertical. So if it was in one that would, if it was in red, it would have to take up 6, which is too many. And so the only other
That'd be the gray below it.
3 and 4 isn't allowed.
5 is out. Why is 4 not allowed?
4 would make it
Oh, right.
Well, no. I'm not sure why 4 isn't allowed. For some reason, I thought it would end up being the smallest because of that, but that isn't correct. Then, what about this one? It can be a part of. It can't be a part of red because it would make it too big. So it's either a part of gray or a part of green.
Either way, the cell to the left of the red has to be red.
Right, because it can't get into here and it can't get into there. So red. So now this one cannot be red. So that's going to have to end up being gray.
And gray is now 8. Well, and then the red in the second red in row 6, that's going to have to be to the end there, so that's going to be 4. Seven, 9 pair in the row 6.
One. These have to be gray.
Gray.
So I'm
that
pretty
green
sure.
Circle is gonna have to be an 8, yeah.
And 4. It can't be. It can't be 3.
It's gotta be 4.
Just because some of these have to be.
Green and red have to sum to 7, yeah.
But it could be 3 and 4.
The green that's in box 7 is an 8, so it takes those 4. So now the green
right.
box
3,
9 is a 3.
Right. And it wasn't paying attention
and
to
the rest of box 9 is gray.
6, 5, 9. Not a 1 anymore. 1 and 2.
Oh, well, the green in box 2 is a 6. Oh, but it could go up or right.
Right. But
the red can't. The one between the green and the red. Oh no, it could be red, and that's a 3, and then. But if the gray in box 3 is a 6. Then what goes above the top of box 2?
These two are green and that's red.
Oh, right, okay. Alright, if the green goes to the right.
Actually, if we think about this one, could it be a 3? Because if it was, what could this be? It can't be gray. And how do we get green up there? Green. So this has to be 4 to make that red. And none of them are 6. These two aren't 8. That's not a 9. Not a 4. And if we did green to the right, then this would have to be 5.
And that's 4.
And if this went up, then we get 3 and 6. Because I think regardless,
right,
we have to make 15. So these sum to 9. If this was 5, no, you could put 6 here. That would be fine.
Column 1 has a 7 and a 9 left.
3, 2, and 5.
Yeah. Box 1. Oh no, never mind. There's already a 9 in the cell, or in the region. That's what I meant. Never mind.
8, 6, 9. 4s. 1 and 2. Oh. This digit, where can it go in this box? Well, it can't repeat in the green region, so it has to be a 5. 7, 9 pair. 1, 5, 7, 9, or rather, this is the only place in 8, or there's a 7, 9 pair. Lots of ways to figure out what that one is. We have to have a 5 here, which satisfies the digit below, and the 7, 8, and 9 have to be in here. Well, 8's above, so that's enough to satisfy that one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know it can't be larger than a 6. So if it went up, these would be 7 and 8. If it went to the right, you get a 5 and a 4. So that would be 5 and 4. You get a 6 here. Wait a second. If this is a 6 and it goes up, you have to place an 8 here. If this is a 6 and it goes to, well, it is a 6. If this region goes to the right, this ends up being a 5, which is going to make that a 7-9 pair, and this is an 8 either way. If this is a 6 and it looks like this, you get a 7 there. Not an 8 is an 8.
Oh, in box 8, there has to be a 9 in the box, but it can't be in green because green is 8.
So that's gonna do quite a bit of stuff. 5, 8, 9. 1, 2, and 6. 3, 6, 1, 4, 7, and a 6.
Um,
5, 9, not 4.
box 1 has a 2-3 pair in the gray, so the 3 comes out of the gray in the rest of the region.
Right. And then we also have a 2-3 pair in row 7, which takes a 2 and a 3 out. 4, 7, 8, 9 places a 6. And I guess so does having 4 6s looking into the box.
Yeah, that might do it.
2, 4, and 7, except not a 4. 2, 3, and 5. If this 6 went upwards, that's a 7. If it went sideways, this is a 5, and that's a 4. And we get 5 and 4 in here, because they'd have to be in this region. They can't go there. And that's the only spot a 5 would go, and then this 4 would place the 4 there. Meaning, this is a 7 either way.
I was going to say column 4 has a 4-7 pair, which makes that a 3 and a 2 and
2, 1, 7, 2, 3, 1, 2. 4s, 7s. The 4-7 thing was probably easier, because that would have satisfied
5
that.
X-wing in columns 8, 9.
Columns 8, 9.
8 and 9.
That's better. 6 and 3, which means we get red and gray and green. 2, 3, not a 2, 5, 3, 1, not a 1, not a 1. Not a 3, is a 3. 1, 2 pair. I don't know if that means anything. But 1 and has to be in here on the top, so that's a 2, that's 1, 4. Say again? Oh, these two are 1,
Row
5,
1
7.
is 1, 5, 7. 2, 6, or 2, 8, 9. 5, 7, and 4.
And 5, 7 pair makes that a 4, or that 4 makes that a 4, 5, 4. Not a 5. 8, 5, not an 8, not an 8. One, 2 pair means that's not a 2.
Column 8. So
1,
the center is a 6.
7, 6. Oh, I guess the 7, 9 there.
7, 9 pair would have been easier.
We keep finding all of the hard ways to do it. 157. No, it doesn't help.
The gray in box 1, there's already a 7 in the gray.
5, 7, 1, 5, 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 2, 1, 8, 9, 2, 1, 2, 1. There we go. Success. Alright. We got through 2 puzzles today. Exactly. We got through 2 puzzles
well, that
today.
first one was really hard.
Exactly. Very, very difficult. But yeah. Alright. Anything to say about these puzzles before we sign off? Yeah, they were hard. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. So I think we can switch over here to talking. And I think unless you have anything else to say, we are on end of the stream stuff. You'd think I would have this planned by now, but I don't. And I don't think I ever will, because it's way more fun this way. Let's see. Upcoming events. There's Project Zomboid on Thursday after midnight and Friday after midnight, which is actually Friday, 12:30 a.m. Or 0:30, and Saturday at 0:30. So that's what they're listed on in the. Pay attention to the time that's listed on YouTube. It's pretty early in the morning Eastern time, or late Central or Mountain time, or Pacific time. And it's different times all around the world.
Unless you're in China.
Well, yeah, that's true. China has one single time zone, which is weird because they're as wide as the United States is. So, kind of a silly thing to do there, but
yeah,
I feel goofy.
5 a.m. I mean, 6 a.m. is sun up over here, and it's not going to be for a while till over there.
Yeah. Very, very goofy.
Depending on where
civic planning.
The center of that is.
Although, I guess like the actual like time is a bit like the actual like numbers used for the timing is a bit arbitrary. It is nice to have like the idea of like being able to go from one region to another region and have similar times for like businesses opening and closing for similar levels of daylight. I don't know. Like it would be weird to like go to a shop that closes at like 5 as an example, and or no, a shop that closes at 8, like Aldi closes at 8, so maybe that's a better example. And that would be significantly longer after dark if you didn't change the time at certain spots. I don't know. I feel like I'm babbling a little bit.
We'll just call you Brooke.
That is fine, I guess, for now. All right, Project Zomboid. I did mention that's this weekend. Other than that, I will try to stream again here in a little bit, probably after midnight, to do a few things, eat some food and whatnot, and play some Rocket League, and then some Horizon Zero Dawn. And then I think that is all the things. So, stream end. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube engagement stuff, share the video. All of that helps tremendously. And we will see you again for Sudoku next week. For other things later. Goodbye!
Bye.